welcome to Storytime. I'm Miss Bridget from the South Butler Community Library. We're going to have a lot of fun today talking about art. But let's get started with our hello song. Hi, hello, and how are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Wave to me or someone in your house. Wave to your neighbor, say hello. Wave to your neighbor, say hello. Wave to your neighbor, say hello. How are you today? Are you having a great day? I certainly hope so. Make sure you say hello to me in the comments so I know who's watching. Artists like to use all different kinds of colors, right? Dark colors, light colors, bright colors, calm colors. But there are three colors that are called the primary colors. Do you know what they are? They are red, yellow, and blue. And they are called the primary colors because you can't mix any colors together and get those three colors. So I'm going to sing a song about the primary colors so you can remember which ones those are. All right, it goes like this. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. These are the primary colors. Can you try with me? Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. These are the primary colors. Let's try it one more time. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. Red and yellow, blue, blue, blue. These are the primary colors. So red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors. But if you mix the primary colors together, you get secondary colors. Do you know what color you get if you mix red and blue together? Purple. And what do you get if you mix blue and yellow together? Green, that's right. And what happens if you mix red with yellow? You get orange, and those are the secondary colors. So orange, green, and purple are the secondary colors. So let's sing a song about those. Orange, green, and purple too. Orange, green, and purple too. Orange, green, and purple too. Those are the secondary colors. Try it with me this time. Orange, green, and purple too. Orange, green, and purple too. Orange, green, and purple too. Those are the secondary colors. And one more time, here we go. Orange, green, and purple too. Orange, green, and purple too. Orange, green, and purple too. Those are the secondary colors. Our story today is called Art, and it's by Patrick McDonnell. This is art. And this is art. Art and his art. Can you tell them apart? When art is in play, get out of art's way. He zigs, he zags, he really gets wired. There's no stopping art when art is inspired. He draws scribbles that squiggle, dots, red, yellow, blue, splotches with blotches, and the curliest Q. Art stares at the paper and uses his noodle to conjure up a perfect doodle. And doodles need houses, trees, and cool cars, a dog, a moon, and a billion bright stars. Art draws and draws till he flops in a heap. And among his creations, he falls fast asleep. Now let's be quiet to try something we've heard. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Wow, look at the art that he made. All the different colors he used and the different things he drew. And when he awakes, a little bit later, Art sees his art on the refrigerator. Held there by magnets, stars, and a heart. Put there by Mother, 'cause Mother loves art. The end. In this song, we are going to sing about some different kinds of art, okay? So the first one we're going to do is painting. So hold up your paintbrush, your pretend paintbrush, and we're going to pretend to paint a picture. This is the way we paint a picture, paint a picture, paint a picture. This is the way we paint a picture early in the morning. So that's if we were a painter. What if we were a sculptor? A sculptor uses clay and they can mold it into whatever shape they want. So let's do a sculptor. We're going to mold the clay. This is the way we mold the clay, mold the clay, mold the clay. This is the way we mold the clay early in the morning. What kind of sculpture would you make? Now, if you were a photographer, you would have your camera and you would take a picture. So let's take pictures like a photographer. This is the way we take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. This is the way we take a picture early in the morning. And our last one, we are going to draw with our pencil. So hold on to your pencil and let's do some drawing on our paper. This is the way we draw on our paper, draw on our paper, draw on our paper. This is the way we draw on our paper early in the morning. Artists use a lot of different kinds of materials for their artwork, don't they? Some artists use paint, some artists use paper, or maybe clay, or even stone or wood. And another kind of material that artists use is glass. I have a friend named Brian who wants to show us how he uses glass in his art. And in fact, his shop is right across the street from the library. So let's take a trip over and let's see how he uses glass in his artwork. Here we are at Three Rivers Art Class. Let's head inside.
Hello, welcome to Three Rivers Art Class.
When we entered the Three Rivers Art Glass studio, I was amazed at all the different colors of glass that they used. This type of glass is used to make fused glass projects. You make your design with any pieces of glass and any colors you'd like to choose. Then you heat it up in a kiln and it melts the glass together. Today, Brian is going to show us how to make a stained glass sun catcher. He starts out by drawing his design on a piece of paper. Then he chooses the colors of glass that he'd like to use. He marks out the size and shape of the glass he needs. Then he uses this tool that scores a line on the glass so he can cut it. Once he has all his pieces cut, he lines them up on top of his design. The pliers he is using are called running pliers. The jaw is bent so it puts pressure on the score so he can break the glass easily. Next, Brian cleans off all the dust and dirt from the glass. Then he's going to use this copper foil. It's sticky on the back, and he will put the copper foil all along the edge of the piece of glass. Now Brian burnishes each piece. He rubs the foil to make it stick to the glass and get rid of the air between the foil and the tape. The push pins he is using make sure that the glass doesn't move around and stays on his design. Now it's time for soldering. Soldering is when you melt the metal between the pieces and it makes them stick together. He takes a special chemical called flux and puts it on the metal where he's going to be doing the soldering. The tool he's using here is called a soldering iron. It gets hot enough to melt metal. The metal he is melting, called the solder, is actually an alloy, a mix of two metals, tin and lead. Now it's time to solder the outside of the sun catcher. Brian adds a metal hook so we can hang up our sun catcher. Now we'll get it washed up and shiny and clean to hang in our window. Here's the finished sun catcher. It looks great hanging in the window. I also got to see a design for a big window that Brian is working on. There are lots of different pattern ideas, but finally the customers chose the flower one at the end. This is a really big project. It's going to look amazing when it's finished. There are so many things that you can make with glass. Thank you, Three Rivers Art Glass, for letting us visit your shop today. Now let's head back to the library. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? And you know what? That inspired me to do some art of my own. So today I'm going to do some art, but I'm going to use paper for my material. Today we'll be making paper beads. This is a great way to upcycle old magazines. The materials you'll need are string, something thin like a coffee stirrer or a toothpick, glue, scissors, magazine pages, and you'll want to try to find a few different colors. Let's get started. First, cut your magazine pages into long, thin triangles. Here are my strips all cut out and ready to roll. Take a strip of your magazine paper. I like this side best, so I'm going to put glue on the opposite side. Take your coffee stirrer and starting from the thick end, roll up all the way to the thinner end. Put a little extra glue on the very end to make sure it sticks. Pull the magazine off of your coffee stirrer, and there you have your finished paper bead. Make as many beads as you'd like in whatever colors you like. Here are mine. Today I'm going to be making a bracelet, so measure how long you want your string to be, and then thread on your beads onto the string. And finally, I'm going to tie the ends of my string together in a couple of knots so they don't come loose. Cut off any extra string. Here's my finished bracelet. If you make a bracelet or a necklace, I'd love to see it. Show me a picture of it in the comments. Let's do zoom, zoom, zoom. Don't forget on the zoom, zoom part to rub your hands together. And then when we climb aboard the rocket ship, climb your fingers up. And at the end, we will count down and we will say blast off. And you can jump up and say blast off really loudly, okay? Here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard our rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! All right, let's do it again, and let's see if you can jump up even higher this time when we say blast off, okay? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard our rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Well, today's story time was a lot of fun, wasn't it? There's all different kinds of art and so much that you can do to be creative and express yourself. Let's sing our goodbye song. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. We had fun at story time. It's time to say goodbye. I'll see you next week. I'll see you all next week. I'll see you all next week. We had fun at story time. I'll see you all next week. I hope I'll see everyone next week for our story time all about bunnies. See you next time, everyone. Bye.